men, women, all across the globe, I have a message for you. The Batman is the best superhero movie I've ever fucking seen in my life. I mean it when I say this. It is better than The Dark Knight. It is better than Logan. It is better than Avengers Infinity War. It is better than Endgame. And it is even better than, that's right, No Way Home. It may be recency bias, but I feel like I'll hold the same opinion no matter how much time goes by. This movie was so fucking sick. I just got out of the theater 30 minutes ago, and I was like, God damn, it's so good, lads. It's so good. I'm seeing it again tomorrow, so I'm seeing it twice, and I will come back and give you my full thoughts. But right now, this is just a quick, fresh out the theater reaction review type thing. First thing I want to say stuck out to me the most. The music was so goddamn good. It was beautiful. Every single scene, the music fits so well. It was genuinely perfect. That was some Megalobox Nomad level music right there. It was so beautiful. It was amazing. He was fucking fools up left, right, center. He wasn't killing anyone like Ben Affleck, so that's good. It had a great fight scene, that corridor fight scene where only the gunshots light everything up. That was so good. The bat suit also was amazing. It looked so good the whole time. Robert Pattinson did a fantastic job. He was so good as Batman. And I mean, I will say this, I never doubted him. Obviously, there's no record of me saying that because I haven't talked about it on this channel, but I don't think I ever doubted him. At least I hope I didn't, because, I mean, he's a great actor. We've seen it in, The Lighthouse and such. I haven't actually watched that movie, but I watched a clip where Willem Dafoe's like, "You're fond of me lobster, ain't ye?" And I was like, well, he looks pretty good there, and he's done more than Twilight, lads. Come on. Give him a chance. And he did great. He did fantastic. It didn't really matter that he wasn't absolutely buffed out like fucking Ben Affleck was, because it didn't need to. It was only year 2 of the Batman. They did a great job getting that part across. There was one thing that was super high tech, but even that didn't come across as super high tech the way it was used. His Batcave was kind of if you mixed up a YouTuber setup with an office setup, that's what it looked like. The Batmobile was so good. It was so much better. I didn't like the tank Batmobiles in The Dark Knight and such. They were just not Batmobile-y, you know? I just don't like it. I just don't like the tank Batmobiles. This shit was just a souped up Hellcat. It was insane. It looked like something that he would be able to do on his own, starting out as Batman. There was a scene where it was just engine was just roaring, and it actually looked demonic. It felt demonic presence was coming out of that car. That car was scary as fuck. Catwoman was amazing. Alfred was Alfred. He wasn't an extraordinary Alfred, but he was Alfred. He served his purpose as needed, you know? The Riddler was so cool. I thought that it would be kind of cringe with him being out of his element. It seemed like he would be too serious, but he wasn't. He wasn't that serious at all. He was just as energetic, just as charismatic as always. The usual Riddler, except he wasn't ginger and he wasn't wearing spandex like Jim Carrey. And he was genuinely threatening. He was scary, and so was Batman. I was scared for the thugs that Batman encountered, because I was like, well, he's just gonna fuck him up now. Jim Gordon, beautiful. He was really good. I liked him and Batman's relationship. Usually it's annoying to see Batman just get dogged on by the cops all the time. This time it was nice seeing them work in tandem, you know, how they should be. I think he's not supposed to be some menace to society who's doing what he wants. He's supposed to be an aspect of justice, just a bit more, you know, mean. Penguin was great. He was so cool. He was really penguin-y, you know? He was the fat, funny guy. One thing, he seemed to have a New York accent, which makes sense, but I'd rather him be British and smoking a cigar and with his fucking monocle. And the part where Batman's walking through the fire, oh, it was just it's so good, man. I'm gonna leave that here for now. I'll get into an actual review. I mean, I've already been talking for 11 minutes. I'll get into an actual review when I see it again. But right now, best movie, my favorite movie. I can't even speak. My favorite superhero movie of all time. I was walking out there feeling like a fucking boss, dude. Anyways, take it away, Future Lamone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Future Lamone here, taking it away. I saw the movie the second time last night. I thought that maybe seeing it a second time would kill my hype a bit for the movie, but I want to see it a third time. It's so good, and the longer I go without watching it, the more I want to watch it again. I'm itching. It's like heroin, dude. I'm fiending for it now. There aren't much more points I can make that I didn't make in the first reaction. As a general review of the movie, it's probably my favorite movie of all time. It's definitely the best Batman we've ever seen. It was 3 hours of just non-stop Batman action. Everything in it was very Batman-esque. I've said in previous videos that I didn't think that there could ever be like an actual Batman movie, because like, you know, the old Batman movies, he didn't really seem like a ninja. He just seemed like a Donnie in a cowl and with the gadgets, because their suits didn't have much mobility, so it was pretty hard. The Dark Knight, Christian Bale, although good, he didn't seem like he was hench enough. He was really smart. He had the Bruce Wayne down pat, but he didn't seem like someone who had been training for like the past 20 years to become like an ultimate ninja of justice. He was getting like bitten by dogs and then like crying. He was like, oh fuck, the dogs, and like it was just kind of like, I would want Batman to be stronger than that. Batman has fought lions and gorillas. I want him to be able to at least take being bitten by a dog, you know? And I'm gonna say it. I didn't like The Dark Knight that much. I'll say that. So maybe take away some credibility if you want. But I didn't like it that much. It was carried by like Harvey Dent. Obviously, Heath Ledger carried that thing to the moon. His Joker was amazing. But other than Heath Ledger and Harvey Dent, I say Harvey Dent because I don't know the actor's name. It wasn't that great to me. I'm sure in terms of a film, you know, it was great. You know, all the critics were probably like, oh my god. All the film bros were like, so good. Look at the camera angles and the lighting and the juxtaposition. But that being said, I know enough about Batman to know that the Batman is a much better Batman movie than The Dark Knight. May not be a better film, but it's definitely a better Batman movie. It portrays Batman a lot better. The only thing I think it lacks in terms of the Batman aspect is the Bruce Wayne. I think the Bruce Wayne, obviously, I understand it's showing that Bruce Wayne wasn't always this energetic playboy. He was still trying to figure out the trope that he had to go with because he was still traumatized, and it was only year 2, and he was tired. He was still getting used to everything. So it's not that big of a deal. Other than that, there was only one other thing that stuck out to me as an issue in quotation marks. I'm doing air quotations because you can't see me. But yeah, I didn't mind it that much, but I could see some people considering it an issue, and that was,
man's never been in marquee when it's shut down, eh? Trust me, daddy.
the relationship between Catwoman and Batman. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, it developed really fast. Like, they started off kind of enemies, I guess, but then like right away Catwoman was just like, all right, you're my guy. And then like just a bit after that, Catwoman was like, all right, now I want to fuck you. And it's like, what? Where did that come from? Like, they were going 0 to 100 really quickly, but it wasn't that bad. It got to the good part, which is them being romantically interested. That's like, you really don't care for them being angry at each other, hating each other, fighting each other, so it doesn't really matter. And it didn't stick out to me that much. So those are the only 2 problems. There's a surplus of pros. I don't think I could list them all in the time that I want to get this video done, but I mean, Batman, obviously, it's the best Batman we've ever seen. Robert Pattinson did a great job. It was scary. That opening like segment where he's talking about how the fear of not knowing where he is like still controls the criminals, and there's like, you know, the guy kicks the paint can into the dark shadows and he's like, is he there? And like the footsteps, the fee-fi-fo-fum of him walking to those thugs and then just beating the shit out of all of them. That was so cool. I was not only did the thugs feel scary, and I was like, damn, this is really a crime-ridden area. It was similar to how the Joker's thugs were. Like, these thugs, I was like, damn, I wouldn't want to mess with those guys. And then the Batman was even scarier, so I was like, damn, he's menacing. They also got his detective side down really well. He sees things that no other detective sees. He thinks of things no other detectives think of, but even still, he's working his way through the case. He doesn't just see something. He's like, just does 10,000 calculations in his brain and then figures it out, which is really cool. Because Batman's never been like that. He's a detective, not a wizard. His suit, also amazing. His suit was just fantastic. It's my favorite suit yet. Another massive pro was the music. God damn, it just, every single time they put in the song, it fit so well thematically, and it sounded so good with everything else going on in the movie. Another thing I really liked was how involved Batman was with the city. Sometimes it seems like he's completely disconnected from it, but in this one he was like going into the clubs, like just walking around the streets, walking into the crime scenes. He wasn't doing things all like completely out of sight. He wasn't like, I cannot be seen by anyone, because realistically the whole point of his mask is that he can be seen by anyone. You know, I feel like it's the more people that just see him walking around, the better, because they're like, oh damn, this guy could be anywhere at any time. I'm never safe from the Batman. That's gonna be it. This movie was amazing. Anyone, if you're a Batman fan, go watch it. Don't be put off by Robert Pattinson is Twilight, or Riddler looks weird, or anything like that. Go see it. Zoe Kravitz, Robert Pattinson, they both did great. Both their characters were spot on. Penguin was great. Riddler was great. Jim Gordon, great. I'm really excited to see what they do with the next movie. I hope that they just sack off the Joker, honestly. I don't like the casting for him, and I don't want to see another Joker. We have his own standalone movies now. He doesn't need to be in the Batman. At least not yet. Not for another second movie. Like, come on, the Dark Knight did that, like, not so long ago, and they did it perfectly. I'd much rather have, like, a trilogy with, like, different villains. Like, I'd love a Mr. Freeze for a second movie. I feel like that would be really cool. I would also love a Bane. I want to see a actual smart Bane, because I feel like it would fit so well in this. Like, the one where he kills the entire Bat family, that one. I want to see that Bane. And I want to see Batman struggle with him. Yeah, like maybe like the second movie versus Mr. Freeze, he's just like he's finally found his way as the Batman, and then like it seems like in the third movie everything's going well. You know, he's got his family and such, but then boom, Bane just comes in and fucks everything up, hospitalizes the entire Bat family. Maybe not kills them, because then you like kind of ruin a lot of storylines that are possible, but just like fucks shit up, just starts terrorizing Bruce Wayne. Breaks his back? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, fantastic movie. Probably a 10 out of 10, and I love it so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.
Grow up, I wanna be an OG. Sipping 4-5s like my granddaddy. Wanna be an alcoholic, no time for family. Can't even see the distance from the people around me. I wanna be the dude that your girl calls pimp. Me, motherfucker, who could bust your lip. I bust another baby mamas, leave them crying, leave them lonely like my papa. I don't wanna be a doctor, I don't wanna be a lawyer. I just wanna be important. Put my face on maps. Everybody know me cause the motherfucker raps. Deal with the devil, dealt with the devil, lead with the devil, lie. I'm the devil, I need the devil, you need the devil. Who you think you talking to? You talking to the best they never knew. No crew, never had a clique, no gang. Living by myself, never been no thing. Never need a bitch, never needed a woman. I never needed anybody but a pen and my bullet. I can't deal with the lows that'll come in the future. If I blow up, then it was good to know you. A guy like me can't deal with fame. When you hear this verse, then remember my name.